Hi guys, welcome back to Lennox Bennett channel. Welcome guys. Let's look at this 2024 paper. Alright, so it says expressed as a single fraction in its simplest form. 1 minus bracket 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15. So we're gonna do the bracket first onto the bundles. Now when we're adding and subtracting, we must find the LCM of 30 and 15 would be 30. That's the lowest number that both numbers can go into without a remainder. 30 into itself 1. Hit that like button if you have not done so, guys. Let's go. So 30 into itself 1. 1 times 30, that's 1. 1 times 1 rather. 15 into 30 goes 2 times, so we multiply 4 times 2, which is 8. So all we have to do is just add the top, and that will give us 9 over 30. Now this can be reduced. 3 can go into both of them. So 3 into itself, 3 into 9, 3, and 3 into this 10. So all we have to do is just subtract 3 over 10 from 1. And we can rewrite this as the 1 as 10 over 10, just to have the same denominator. 10 over 10 is the same as 1, and then we can minus 3 over 10. The denominator is the same, so we just keep the denominator, and of course that will be 7 over 10 for the final answer. Very nice one, sexy. And that is worth 2 marks for the first one. Let's hope you guys got that correct. Alright, it says a 2-story car park has a total of 1,020 parking spaces at 6:30 hours one morning. 130 of the 120 spaces were filled. During the next hour, no cars left the car park, but another 4/15 of the 120 spaces were filled. Determine the number of cars parking spaces that are not filled. So they give us two fractions which are filled, and they want us to find one that are not. Two way we can do it, we can just add the fraction 130 and 415. I think that's what we did up here. So, alright, and then it says, yeah, I think let me go back up and see if that was the fraction that we added 130. Alright, so that's gonna work out to 3 out of 10. 7 over 10. Oh, but only the inside part are needed. So the inside part work out. 3 over 10. Alright. So it means that the next person, so that part work out to 3 out of 10. We already added it. So take it from the whole, that would be 7 out of 10. So the place that is filled would be 7 out of 10. That's not filled rather. So the total was this. So we can just work it from there. So it is the 7 times 102. Of course, 7 2 is 14. 4 carry 1. 7 0 0 and 1 1. And of course, 7 1 7. So that is 1 mark. So you don't want to do a lot to get 1 mark. So it's 714. Makes sense, right? Because we know we already added this up there, so which works out to 3 out of 10. So that means the remainder would be 7 out of 10. And you get your 1 mark. Click the like button if you have not done so. It says of the 1,020 parking spaces, 20% are at the top level. How many parking spaces are at the top level? Alright, so all I want is 20% of the total, the grand total is 1,020. And I'll read that simple something. Alright, so we can cancel, divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10. So this now would work out to 2 2s 4, 2 0 0, 2 1s 2. So that is 204, and you'd have gotten another 1 mark. So far, so good, guys. Some of the spaces are reserved for the monthly payments paying customers. The ratio of reserved to unreserved is 5 to 7. So very important to note that reserve is 5, non-reserved. So it says calculate the number of non-reserved parking spaces. So again, we need the total ratio, which is 5 plus 7. This represents the whole, which is 12. So the whole is 12. Now, non-reserved is the last one. So that would be 7 out of the 12 times the total, which is 1020. Remember, that's the total we're working with. All right, so we reduce. We could use, first, I think 3 can go in there. We should just use a calculator. In the essence of time, let me just get my calculator right. So it's 1020 divided by 12, which works out to 85. So this into this 1, this into this 85. So our answer would be 7 times 85. Let's times that by 7, 595. Makes sense? Since the ratio of the unreserved is greater, it's just a little bit. So it's 595. All right, let's look at E. It says the cost of the parking at the car park is shown below. So it's the length of the All right, let's go right to it because we're not going to waste some time on it. We can go back up to it. It said Michaela leaves the car park at 6:30 hours and pays 9:25. Determine the earliest time she could have arrived at the car park. So first, let's look at the rate for 9:25. And it says from 4 hours up to 8 hours. So the maximum time can be 8 hours. So all we have to do, just do the reverse. All right, so 8:30, then you have 5:30. Let me just do it first. This really means 6:30. So we have 6:30. I'm not gonna write out all of it, guys, just for you to get the idea. 5:30, that represents 1 hour. 4:30, that represents 2 hours. 3:30, and so on. So let me just use a finger. 5:30, 4:30, 3:30, 2:30, 1:30, 12:30, 11:30. So it's 10:30. That's the earliest possible time. So that will be 10:30. That's where the 8 hours stuff. If not, it would have been go over to $15. Alright, so 10:30 at the earliest. Alright, it's a that look like one Trinidad name or a Guyanese name. Big up to you in Ghana. The Rangaraj, Dan Raj, bought a weekly parking ticket for $40. That week he visited the car park 5 different times. The length of time he parked his car on each occasion is given below. So the first park is 25 minutes, then the 7.5 hours, 11 hours, 8.75 hours, and then 8 hours. And it says show that Dan Raj saved $8.50 by buying the weekly ticket. So we already know the answer. So let us work towards it. What I do remember, I remember this being free. That's the rate for less than 30 minutes. So that would be free. Let's see now. The rate for more than 30 minutes, less than 2 hours, 225, 550, 8 hours, up to 8 hours, 925, greater, $15. Alright, so let's look at the time now. 7.5 hours would still be the $9.25 since it passed. It's for 11 hours, it's $15. This would also be $15. If it's exactly 8 hours, it would be $9.25. Alright, so these are the numbers that we're working with. So all I have to do is just total this. Alright, so $9.25, 15 and 15, that's 30. So I'm just gonna put 30 guys. Why the decimal place not the decimal? 925. So this should give us the grand total, right? Of what it costs. So you have 5 and 5, 10. Just give you 5, 9 and 9, 18, 8 carry 1. So that gives you a total of $48.50. But remember, they said they bought it for $40. So we subtract the $40. So you would save a total of $8.50, which was already given. Now it's supposed to be $40. Something is already done. Alright, so you'd have gotten 9 marks from this. Very nice question, CXC. Very nice question. Pick up yourself for that. Alright, number 2 says simplify x squared plus 7x divided by x squared minus 49. So basically we just have to factorize. So x is common to the top. X into that leave x, and x into 7x would leave 7. Everybody should know how to factorize. And this one is a difference of 2 squared. So it's x plus 7 and x minus 7. So it's formed out nicely where we can cancel. So that would leave x and over x minus 7. And you'd have gotten 2 marks for that. So I don't think that was really hard. You have to have the knowledge. Alright, this one says find the value of r when x squared plus x6 is equal to xr. Now we know that when we are multiplying, we add the power. So all we have to do basically is just add 6 and 2, because in essence we'd have gotten x8, and the exponent represents r, so therefore r is equal to 8. And that is only 1 mark. Alright, let's move on to 2. It says the value of s when s raised to the third power is equal to 8. So all they are saying now, what number multiplied by itself 3 times will give you 8. So you can find the cube root basically, and we should know that should be 2. So s is equal to 2. So this one was not bad either. So x works out 2. Alright, C says the diagram below shows a triangle and a quadrilateral. All angles are in degrees and are right in terms of A and RB. Alright, so there's a triangle, there is the other one. Let's see what they are saying now. For the triangle, show that 2A plus 5B is equal to 171. Now let's go back to what we know. We know that a triangle, the interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So when you add up all of this, it's supposed to be equal to 180. So we could add them. Let's go. So we have A plus 2B. Here we have 3B. Let's put the 3B here. And then we have A plus 9. So A plus 9. And that must equal to 180. Because all the angles add up to 180. So it's a 9. So A and A, that's 2A. Yeah, so group the A them, that give it 2A. 2B plus 3B, that's 5B. Alright, so 5B. And of course, we have the plus 9. So these are 3 unlike terms, so we cannot add them. So the next move is to basically minus 9 from both sides. And guys, notice it's only 1 mark. I don't know why CXC come with it. So much work for just 1 mark. Examiner, I'm gonna tag the examiner. One hour out, man. Give you them 2 marks for this man. This deserve 2 marks. So guys, we cannot work it any further, but it proves that 2a plus 5b is equal to 171 because we're going to subtract 9 from that. And that. Just one mark with 9 and 9 equals objective. Alright, for quadrilateral, show that 7a plus same thing, same procedure. So if you get that 1 mark here, you should be able to get the next 1 mark here. Let me just small up this a bit because I want to see it. I want to waste a bit time. So we have 3b minus 2. So we have that. And then we have 18 plus 3b. Still need to see what going up at top. So we just do that. Alright, so this is 6a. So we have 6a plus 2b. And that must equal to 360 this time. Since it's a quadrilateral, interior angles add up to 360. So that's the trick to this one. Alright, let's group them. Even though we know the answer already, so we don't have to even work out that. 3b and 3b, that's 6b plus that 8. So it's 8b. We have negative 2a and 4a, that's alright, so we have 6a. Where is the 3a? I don't see me have my 3a. What the hell? I don't have 3a there. It's 3a plus 2b. So I'm gonna get 6a. Oh, because 3a will be there. Alright. So I left off that by mistake. But you know, it's supposed to work out to 8. So 3a, this will give us 1a. This gives us, yeah. So that gives us 8b and 7a. And of course, we have the 18. So we gotta do the same thing, which is to subtract the 18 from both sides. And 1 mark, guys, I don't think sexy if that's just so. Guys, let me put 1 mark. Come on, man. You can do better. This is worth at least 2 marks. So it will be 360 minus. So it's proven. We're not going any further, alright? So I could even put this, which is a 342. Alright. It says solve the pair of simultaneous equations for 1 and 2. Find the values of a and b. Show all working. Now the first equation was 2a, see here, 2a plus 5b. So they want us to solve that. So it will be 2a plus 5b equal to 171. They also want us to do this one, which is 8b. Let me just put the a's together. 7a plus 8, and that must equal to 342. So it's quite a big number. So I'm going to never use the elimination method. Alright, they give us enough space so we don't have to worry. So I'm going to multiply this by 8 and this by 5. Alright, 8 times 2, that's 16a. 8 times 5, 40. And of course, 8 ones 8. 8 7, 56. 8 ones 8 and 3. 8 and 3, that's 130. Next, we're going to multiply by 5. So 5 times 7, that's 35. 5 times 8, that's 40. Which makes sense because I get rid of the b. And that must equal to 5 times 3, 42. Which works out to 1017. Alright, so we subtract now. 16 minus 35, that's what, 19. So that will give us negative 19a. Of course, this is going to go to 0. And we have 1,368 minus 1,070, which gives us 342 negative because the 1,700 is bigger, so that's 342. So all we have to do now is divide by negative 19 and we get 8. Alright, let's go. So it's negative 19 divided by negative. So what is 342 divided by 19? I'm getting 18 for the answer. 342 divided by. Alright, so I've got 18. So A is equal to 18. So we get one of the answers already. So all I'm going to do now is to substitute A equal 18 in order to each one. I'm going to go with the first one. 2A plus 5B. And that must equal to 171. So 2 times 18 plus 5B equal 171. Let's go, guys. 2 times 18, that's 36. 36 plus 5B. This is a very nice question. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna subtract 36. Remember, this is B. So one people think 56. We're gonna subtract 36 from both sides. So 5B is equal to 171 minus 36. In the essence of time, let me just punch it out. That's 135. So 5 equal to 135, and of course we divide by 5. Alright, so therefore B is equal to 5 into that goes 2 times, remain that 3, and that's 7. So therefore B is equal to 27. I'm not gonna double check it. Alright, you guys can do that. Plug these in the equation and see if we get it. Let's move on. Alright, this one to the diagram below shows an equilateral triangle FGH whose base is 13, which is given here, and its height h. So we don't know the height, and they ask us to calculate the height. So if it's an equilateral triangle, it means that all the sides are equal. So that means this would be 13. So you can see that it forms a right angle triangle here from the center. So that means this would be the hypotenuse. So it's a right angle triangle. This is the hypotenuse. So it's going to be 13 square minus 6.5 square. So 13 times 13, 169. Just punch this in the calculator. 6.5 times 6.5. That's equal to 42.5. If you like button if you have not done so, guys. So basically we just find the square root of the difference. Alright, so 169 minus 42.5, which gives me 126. So it's the square root of 126.5. That look like 11. 11, 121. Let me just punch it in the calculator. 126.5. Alright, so it's 11.24. So let's put it 11.2. It didn't say what in what decimal, please. Whatever. Alright, so that's that. and that was worth 2 marks. Alright, C said the diagram below shows triangle P, Q, and R. Triangle Q and R are images of the triangle P after it undergoes a double transformation. So it's two transformation. Alright, so what do you want? They said describe fully a single transformation that maps P. So this is P onto R, which is this one. Alright, so that's the first one. Alright, so P onto R. Alright, so it has the same shape. So you can say that translation. So let's see how many they go across from here to get to here. Basically, so we have 1 unit, 2 units. So they go 2 units across. So on the X, it's 2 across. Let's see how many they go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a translation of P4. I think it's much like it's a translation. That will get each point and so alright, so that's a alright, it's a R and Q. R and Q, R and Q. So this is what we call this to this. Alright, so we can see that this looks like a reflection. Let's find the distance between it. Yeah. It's like in an halfway, which is 1. So right here would be the mirror line. So this line is the 1. Alright. So it's a reflection in the line x equal 1. Reflection. We have gotten 2 marks. That wasn't bad. Alright. That wasn't bad, guys. Let's be honest. Alright. Very nice, EXE. Very nice. You guys are generous. Alright, so let's look at number 4. It says consider the following functions. F of x is equal to 2 minus 5x, and h of x is equal to 5 raised to the x power, and they ask us to calculate f4. I'm thinking if we want, you could rewrite this as minus 5x plus 2, but it's not necessary. We can work with it. Alright, so we have f4. So f4, so we're going to plug 4 wherever we see x. So that's 5x. So let me write it first. That's the function, f of x, and they ask for f4. So I put it down. So f4. Anywhere we see x, we replace it with 4 to give us the output. So it's 2 minus 5 times 4. So it's 2, 5, 4 is 20. So that's it's going to give us negative 8. That's only 1 mark, guys. So yeah. Alright, next one is a h0. So h of x. Big up to everybody who go to school this morning. Myself, I go, guys. So 5 raised to the 0, which is 1. So again, they just testing your knowledge. Not a lot of work out here, but very nice question though. I think this is a repeat, the 1 raised to the x. I saw this already, I gave my student. Alright, now they say fh minus 2. Now this one can be a little bit tricky. So h is, let me just rewrite h. Don't know, so I'm gonna have to go back. H of 5x and f is 2 minus 5x. Alright, so they ask us to combine. So h is gonna be our x, or the last function. So we have 5 raised to the x, and we have 2 minus, remember this is our x, so this is 5, so we'll put 5. All right, so we have minus 5 times 5 raised to the x. And then they want us to put 2. So I'm going to work it out first and then put 2. All right, so I'm going to put in the minus 2 from now. So that's 5 raised to the minus 2. Now minus 2, this part here is going to work out to 1 over 5 squared. Because remember, we have to do the Windows part first. So it's going to be 5 times this, right? 5 ones 5, so we have 5 over 25. So this portion here, because remember we have to multiply first. 5 into 5, 1, 5 into this, 5. So this would leave 2 minus 1 would be 1 and 1. So that would be our answer for that function. Alright, so that's where 2 marks. Alright, so they say find the inverse of x. So I'm gonna go with what was f again? F was 2 minus 5x. 2 minus 5x. 2 minus 5x. So that was 2 minus 5x. And we have f of x. So basically, we know we're supposed to change the function to y. So y is equal to 2 minus 5x. Interchange x to y and y to x. So where x is, we put y. Where y is, we put x. Alright, so we have x is equal to 2 minus 5y. Alright, so at this point now, guys, we're supposed to find we're supposed to make y the subject of the formula. So that positive 2 right here, we have to get rid of that and then the minus 5. And then that will be our answer. So this is a plus 2, so we're going to minus 2 from both sides. Alright, so we divide by negative 5, so we get y by itself. So the inverse of f can be this. X minus 2. But if I work it from the other side, I wouldn't get the same answer. Alright, let's just see I carry let us say we carry this part. How what play music? Alright, so let us see we are taking from let's take it back from here, right? So we add sometimes they don't like when we make so not to say it. So this was the original, right? I will change this to x and change to y. If after that carry y on this side by adding positive 5y, right? So 5y over here plus x equal to 2. So now I would subtract x from this side. So minus x. Anything I do to one side. And the final step now is to divide by 5. That way I don't have the negative hanging out. So the inverse would be, which both of them is actually the same thing, just that one wouldn't have the negative hanging out. So that would be 2 minus x over positive 5. So both are correct. Alright, let's move on to the next one. It says, given that f of x is equal, so they want us to combine the two functions and then they want us to determine the values of a. Alright, so recall 2 minus x. No, f was 2 minus 5x. So they want us to combine the function with itself. Now the rules state that when you combine two functions, you write the first one, the last one first. So the last one would still be this 2 minus 5x, which is f, and then we're gonna combine f with itself. So f is 2, so we have 2 minus 5 and all of this is x. So we can expand the bracket now. This is negative 5, bear that in mind. Negative 5 times that, that's negative 10. Negative times negative, that's positive, and 5, 25x. And of course, don't forget the 2. So we have 2 minus 10, which will give us negative 8. So that gives us negative 8 plus 25x. But remember what they asked us for, right? They said it's in the form a. So therefore, first one is a, which is negative 8. So a is equal to negative 8, while b will be 25. And I just want the number that is in front of it. So there you have it. A is negative. I might have to stop this video now, guys. But I'll definitely do part 2. I'm catching up on for school. Alright, so that will work 9 marks. So you'd have gotten all 9 marks there. Alright, so I can add this to complete number 5. He said the mass in kilograms of 120 newborns of a hospital is recorded in the table below. And they give you the range. This is the mass and the frequency. The frequency tells us how many baby. The total the frequency we're supposed to get 120. Alright, it says state the modal class. Now the modal class is the one with the highest frequency. So we have 28, 29, 30. So 30. So the modal class would have been this. Mode mean the one that occurs the most. Less than or equal to what? 5.3. And notice it's only 1 mark, so you'd have gotten 1 mark for that. Alright. It says complete the table below and calculate an estimate of the mean mass of the newborns. So they basically complete the table. They basically do halfway the table. Alright, so let's go. So it's the midpoint. And you can see they add 2.6 plus 3.5 divided by 2 to give it this. Add the same thing. But you can see a little pattern, right? It's like it's going down by this going up. So this will be 5.75. I'm checking first. Because we know in the wrong. So 5.3. But it, based on the pattern, it should be that 5.3 plus 6.2. That gives me 11.5, and then I divide by 2, which gives me something that way there are. So it's 5.3 plus 6.2, 11.5. Alright, so it's 11.5 divided by 2. 5.75. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Going up by 1 and it's going down by 0.10. Alright, so that's that. So this one would be now work to 7.55. See? 95, 85, 75, 65, 55. Now, how did they get this? This is the frequency times the midpoint. So we're going to multiply 29 by 5.75. So 5.75 times 29, which gives us, according to my calculator, 166.75. So it's 166.75. There we have it. And for this one now, it's 7.55 times 8, which gives us 60.4. Now to get the estimated mean, we have to add all of these numbers in this column right here, as this will give us the total, and then we divide it by the frequency. The frequency is given as 120. So I'm just quickly add up this in my calculator. 21 plus 71.1 plus 145.5 plus 166.75 plus 186.2 plus the 60.4. Of all of those numbers, that gives me 651. So the total would be 651.3. And of course, this is the total, and of course the total frequency is 120. So all we're going to do is divide this by the 120, and that will give us the mean. So divide by 120. So now calculator us with 651.30 divided by 120. 5.4. So the mean, the estimated mean would be 5.4, and the unit is kilograms, so it's that would be our answer. Easter college time, guys. So that would work 3 marks, all of that. Alright, it said one newborn is chosen at random from the hospital. Find the probability that the newborn has a mass greater than 5.3 kilograms. So we know that the total is 120. So let us figure out the mass greater than 5.3. So go back up on the table. We can get that from the table. So here is less than or greater than 5.3. So this is our cutoff point. So all of these persons have a greater. So it will be 29, 28, and 18. So all we have to do, can add it here, so I'm kind of student calculator. 9 and 8, 17, and 25. So that was 65 over 120. We can break it down. So it's greater than half, right? So that I see it as 13. 5 into that 1, and this one, 5 into that 3. 120 divided by 5. That's 2. Carry that 4. So it's 13 over 24. That's perfect. Alright, it says complete the cumulative frequency table shown below. Alright, so guys, cumulative frequency mean they're just adding up the numbers. So the first number was 7, next number was 18, so you add 7 and 8. I think I can do it from here. So you had 7 and 18, that's 25, you add this, you get 55. So see if we can small it up. So still not able to see. So let me just rewrite here. So the numbers are 7, Don't need to start back from 7, them already had that. So 7, 18, 30, 29, 28, and alright, so we're just gonna add these numbers consistently. So they already had 55, which is right here. So the next number would be 55 plus the 30. 55 plus the 29. 84. So right here, 84. I'm just gonna add the next number to 84, which is 28, which give me 112. Makes sense. 112. So the next number is 112. And now we add the next number, which is 112. So we add the 8, which gives us 112. And there we have it. That would be completed cumulative frequency. Alright, and that is only one mark, right? Alright, it says on the grid below, draw cumulative frequency to show the information in the table B1 on page 16. So they basically started already. They have the 3.5, 4.5. So I guess you have to start from 5.5, 6.5, and the 7.5 to complete the table. Now we just added the numbers, so we could literally take the number from there. Alright, and they say on page 16, usually I'm going to estimate, and then they want us to do it. So it says on the grid, we make the frequency curve to show information on table B1, which is this table right here. So they put in the first two for us. So the next one is 55, 55, 55. So 55. This is a 50. Basically, we're going up by 2, 2, 54, 56, 58, 60. So 55 would be about 1, 2, midway right here. Next one is 84. So boom, 80, 1, 2. Next one now, 7.5, 7.5 was it 112? Oh, that's 7.1. That was 4.4, so you never do 8 hours. So we should have done 5.2. So 5.3, let me see. So these are 10 between it. So 1, 5, so 5. So it should actually be 5.3. So 5.3, 1. It'll be about here. So it's going to be exactly on the line. It'll be here. So 4, 3. So 52. It'll be here. So because bear in mind, guys, it's not exact. You need to pick up that first. So this one now, we'll go back up to the table. Was it 6.1? It was 6.2, so you have to do that 6.2. These are 6.5. These are 6. 6 point. So these are 2. And here, 6.2. And 84. So 6.2. So you want to make the thing accurate as possible. And then the next one now, a 112. But let's see what is 7.1. So it's 7.1. 7.1. Basically, this is 7. 7.1. So this one could have tricked students. 7.1. Alright, so 7.1. 7 is the here. So we have against a line here. And this now would be 112. So we have 100 here. 110. So 112. Alright, so guys, it's not really 100% accurate, but it will be something like this. So I'm gonna save the last one. Maybe it was the last one. 8.0. So 8 would be exactly right here. And this would be 120. And then go across like this. Alright. So basically guys, this is not computer. Alright, it says use this diagram to find the estimate of the median mass. So we can literally say count how many of these we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we just go 6 and read off the top of the graph, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the median, mass would be 5.5. That's the megawatt. Alright, so guys, we're gonna end here. So this is I have to go to school. I will do part 2. I'm really excited about the circle theorem. That's one of my favorite topic, and the vectors. So guys, just ensure that you are subscribed, ensure that you are following me, ensure that you join my class. Let me just put my number here so you guys can allow me. Marathon's coming up also, so you guys know the rest. Just WhatsApp me. My name is Lennox Bennett. You call me, don't get me, guys. Just WhatsApp me. Alright, you know it already. Alright, so I'm out and out. I'll see you guys in part 2.